The Kingdom of Manitoba lost the Great War to a coalition. It was broken, humiliated, and pushed back to the brink of annihilation. What you are looking at right now, it's not an empire. It's a corpse, and in Old World Blues, even corpses can come back. Welcome back, SilverStrat here, and this is the story of Kingdom of Manitoba. So, Kingdom of Manitoba is weak because it lost to the coalition, which were those countries, and we have some shitty things. So our situation, we lost a great war to the coalition, those fucking countries, and we have those national spirits. Economic blockade, shit as fuck, as you can see. Defeat at Stonewall, the same fucking thing, shit as fuck. This is not so bad, at least we get factory output, and Queen Catherine is actually good. And Gan the Second, Ancient One, our king is great. So basically, we lost to the coalition. We are weak, fractured, and that is still our vassal. But this will be our civil war, which will be tough. And not only that, after the civil war, we have another dangerous situation. Even if we win, the coalition will strike back. So this is a tight campaign, not easy campaign, but we'll see how we can fare. And if we lose to the Duchy of Langenburg, we lose the campaign. So every step we need to take to prepare is crucial to our survival. So how we use this nation? Of course, take focus. We will have some decision. I will show you why I am choosing what I'm choosing. For research, we have a fucking great military theorist William Shackleton, which asymmetrical warfare for country which can have a lot of core population, and also it doesn't have so great industry. For now, we go for asymmetric warfare. Always we are going this route, and this one as well for big buffs. Second order will be research, more manpower, of course, and that will be all for now. So we will go for even more industry. Second thing, we can actually just focus on civilian factories. We have enough arms workshops. This will go for convoys, and one bike for later, so take this out. One, of course, scout kit. We don't need anti-tank rifles, so we'll get rid of that. This get pushed to down here, and for now some basic caravan equipment for supply, and our goal long term, win the war. We have those troops, we'll switch, we take those special forces, get them here, and everyone else men at arms, so normal infantry. This is Levy is just militia, so piece of shit. And I will show you what we can do to survive more, why I take certain decisions. First focus, we can go for industry, for army experience and land doctrine, or air defense and infrastructure. This is shit. Go for this, of course. And second focus. One more thing, we have economic node. Just search the best one, North End, and the second best, Bismarck. And now, second focus, we can get money, weapons, and war support. This one is the best. Weapons, we can actually buy more from this money, and war support, we don't need it. I know we don't have much, but we'll get that after we read Defeat at Stonewall, and also war tension, and in Old World Blues you can always boost up your war support, so we go for money. And first use of the money, small businesses, and we buy basic melee weaponry and pipe weapons, and upgrade as much decryption department. And the third focus, we can get some infrastructure development and in economic note. Political power is great. 2 arms workshops or some research. Research is fucking useless, and because we normally I would go for political power, but because we will have a civil war soon enough, this is crucial for our survival, so getting 2 arms workshops is necessary. And put those one here and one here. For focus, memento mori. Now, for the long-term plan, we want a strong industry, so we can not only win the civil war, but don't lose everything. So we want to rush research slot going with Queen Catherine, state population and monthly population, which we desperately need. Little change, forgot to say, 2 factories on docks and then rest on pipe guns. And cryptology, Duchy of Landenburg. And actually, because we get 1 year ahead of time in agriculture, so we will swap any research for this ahead of time, and then we'll get 1 year off, so we'll get flat 500 and 500 manpower. And every 3 manpower goes to recruiting more men at arms. So basically, you can get 2 divisions. And usage of political power. We want as much political power as we can get. So we have our custom advisors, but we can get the history program, and the best one for now for political power is freedom of speech. And both spies or Yorktown, so the Duchy of Langenburg, when they will have not so much planning bonus. And after the first buyout of pipe weapons, just focus on basic melee weaponry, so we can get 10 relations and buy dynamite to our divisions to boost up their soft attack. So after the college, we can go for those 2 and then prepare for war. As you can see, we get 1 year off, so go for this. And now we have 100 political power more. We could go for more political power or other buffs, but we have those 2, and before our research is done, so next one will be 216 days, we go for William Shackleton. So now instead of 216 days, we have 190, which is really important, because land doctrines are just great. Now we can get a field marshal, and he's not only strong but also perceptive, so this is flat 5% attack and defense. Intelligence, so more XP for him. He have already annual friend, but doesn't matter, just one trait lost, but he will level up greatly. He's already level 4, which is just extremely important and also great. And also train some special forces, which are Mounties. So the war will be brewing soon enough. We need to upgrade our troops, which is not only arms workshop but also better dogs. Here hard attack, but for now we don't need that. This is great. We'll get support to 1 dog support to each man at arms, so this is just perfect. And also here we have more arms workshops, so we go for that. And after political power and experience gain, land experience, so we want as much monthly population as we can get, and also experience soldier losses is just like having another camps medics support company, so we'll go for Josephine Soul. Yep, and this is the situation we are in. The Manitoba waits, so we have basically 90 days before the war gets started, civil war with Duchy of Langenburg, so we'll take 2 infantry divisions here just to defend this strait, and rest will go to defend the main access. And for this general we can get Grayson Hauser, which is great for, you know, he have perceptive, division recovery rate from charismatic, and awareness is also good, so we can go for this. And for special forces, Alexander Grimaldi, so better experience gain, and he's also strong. And again, 1 year ahead, because of the bonus, we go for crap rotation. Now introduce K9 units so we can get duck support. And before the war, take Wall of Manitoba. If you take him here, you cannot take him here, but here he gets you only defense and division orc. But here you again gets experienced soldier losses. So Jack Toharek is great just to give us more people, manpower back from the fight. So of course take him here because we don't need that army experience, and this is also shit. Use those experience to get not this. Replace anti-tank because almost all our enemies don't have anything with armor, especially in the Civil War. So replace anti-tank with chems, so we can get even more manpower. So basically we already have 15% from this, and 10% from this, and 10% from this, so 35% of our losses will come back as trickle back. So this is great and crucial to our survivor in the Great War, and you will see later why. And after introducing K9 units, we can get 2 more special forces, so go for this. And also we can buy dynamite, so buy 1, and let's see if we can wait for a day. It should change. Yeah, demolitions, and we'll have enough dynamite, so give dynamite to those units, so we'll have camps, docks, and demolitions, which are basically almost the bare minimum to get a good infantry unit. And now, just before the war starts, because we have almost every unit trained enough, we'll go for more manpower, because as you can see we don't have any, and Bloody Baron is just great for this. Only bonuses, but minimum training level is bad, but for now we have enough units, so we'll go for him. As for Field Marshal, of course, Sneering Imperialists when you fight attack, this is just great. And Light Touch for infantry attack and defense. And then as soon as we can, we will get Mysterious Stranger for more infantry attack and defense for Grayson Hauser. Yeah, and the war started, and for now they are too weak to attack. We prepared so good, so we'll try to push them somewhere in order to make them, incentivize them to attack us, so they can lose manpower and equipment. So we'll try that on this shitty militia unit, and securing the frontier will be great. So we can train because they don't want to attack. They are almost trained, so a few days here, almost the same. But the rule of thumb is just defend, search for some places you can break through, and then just try to make small encirclements, so they will use unit after unit after unit, and basically after that their front will be too big for them to cover, so we'll just win, not with quality but with numbers. Yeah, and there's a shitty event. So basically the coalition member, he already started the second coalition. Those two almost certainly will join. They use the situation to take our core state, Porto Prairie, I don't fucking know. So basically we can just let them do that, or declare war on them. We almost have no chance. Of course we could, you know, with Duchy of Langenburg just, you know, defend those cores and, you know, go for prolonged war. But for me, you know, we are an old empire, we are a king, we don't take any chances with traitors, so for now let them have it, then we'll just take it back from them. So basically Yeah, they should take it. Yeah, they took it already, of course. And then we'll take this from them, from whole the coalition. Again, not enough units. We can just slowly take piece by piece and just wait for them to attack and lose manpower. And now I am trying to do a risky move, so encircle those 4 divisions, and we'll see if I can even succeed that. Yeah, and I didn't, you know, fully, because in Old World Blues local supply is big, but we will encircle that 1 division, so it's also great. 1 division less, it's good enough, and here again we can go try for another encirclement. And again 2 divisions encircled, so every small encirclement matters. And as you can see, this trickleback is just doing us, you know, miracles. We lost only 100 men to those 500, and we have the artwork markets. We always go for always go for manpower, because as you can see, manpower is our main issue. So go for as much manpower as we can get, and so we can prepare for the future, because we are already winning. We go for construction speed. And another division encircled, and almost we have won the war. So after I encircle this, I will just take my whole army here and again maybe encircle some units and just smash them. And first 35 army experience. We want political power. In Twin Mothers campaign I went for this, because when you have a ruler ideology, you get other spirit of the army, and there is one beauty. We always can get stability for political power, but this is just great buff. 10% political power is just nothing to scoff about. Now again, their divisions are much stronger than ours, and if we waited, so my previous runs were like in my own time, they just had many more units, because I was thinking I will prepare more so I will be stronger. No, those units are much stronger, so Duchy of Langenburg actually have better units. But if you prepare quickly enough and good enough like I did, you will be able to just outmaneuver them, encircle them, and then your quality of troops doesn't matter. So yeah, so we can just do another encirclement, and again maybe here, and so on and so forth. And now actually we can use our stronger units, so just give him sniper for light special forces attack and defense, and use those to break through. And as you can see, they are just fucking OP and great. And if you are ahead of time in industry or engineering, go for dynamite, and then MSO, so makeshift squad automatic weapons, to just boost soft attack. And also you can go for this, but this I want to get line of production. And again another encirclement, and basically they don't have enough, almost not enough troops to just cover the front line, so they are almost dead. And another encirclement will be here. So basically use those to pin him. This one will take this one, and this one will go for Yorktown. And now just go for victory points one by one, and we'll win the war. And that's it. We just take everything. We'll get an event for that. So where the fuck? Yeah, the event. The heir of Yorktown, and she has my blessing. Now this opens up those another, you know, focuses, which I will show you later. But for now we need to prepare for the war with coalition, and it will be not easy, because they already have 2 members and they are pretty strong. Not for now, but you know, they have some units in the field and also in the reserve, and those factories will go up. And here, because we want to maximize our soft attack, we can go for infantry equipment, 5% soft attack and breakthrough. Or this is also good, but not so much. And there is power armor. No. Yeah, you can get melee infantry, but basically normal infantry weapons, so guns are better, and energy ones we really don't need them because we will not have so much armored opponents. So also this is kind of good for special forces, but we don't have so much cap of special forces. Oh no, basically this is better. 10% soft attack for just all infantry equipment is better than this, so go for this. As for occupation, go always for wasteland pacification because we get the most compliance, and get them some dogs because they are great for suppression. And also 20 army experience, right hand man, 5% stability and war support is also good. And you can now also start a scavenging program. And now you should focus on this part of the focuses, just to attack the blighted woods, and if we can gateway territories, so also we can core them, just because if we can strike Iron Confederacy before they join the coalition, we'll have less fronts to care about. And now we get some core territory, so from Duck Mountain. And just in time to prepare, go for mobile paramedics team, so they will use also vehicles, and later on we can research actually pretty armored vehicles, so those infantry will get armor stats. And we have sufficient amount of basic caravan equipment. If we need more, we just again get some factories to make those, but for now just start to get some automatic weapons as support company. And invite Duchy of Langenburg to a research pact. And now you have two options, so we can get some political power, compliance and resistance target, which kinda sounds great, but we use almost 400 manpower for garrison, so it's just better to get those two cores for some money. And you know, we are on minus, we'll get this money later. So for now we will use, this will, 0 garrison, and we get much more manpower and factories, of course. And decrypt Iron Confederacy to future war to come. And again, they have Mirelorks, which are armored, but will just, you know, focus on one point and try to widen up the front so we can encircle them and just win with numbers. So we'll go with our special forces here. And now we have two choices: Jack of all trades, which is great, or aggressive attacker, you know, 5% attack. This is 3% and 5% speed, and orc speed is kinda great in this mod. So again, Grayson Hausa. Yep, first encirclement. Yep, again, just surround them and just take some weak points, and we almost have won. If you struggle, you can get some units from Duchy of Langenburg, just call them or request forces. Again, take all. And so we don't need to wait for the fight with the Iron Confederacy, just justify on them some war goal. Scavenging mission with vehicles, and we go for land combat. And as for doctrine, we have two choices: Ancient Tactics and Wasteland Tactics. Wasteland Tactics is great for creature units and locals are just militia. So no, those bonuses are great, but not militia. It's like, you know, militia is just weak from the beginning. This, like, Ancient Tactics are actually the best doctrines in the whole Old War Blue mod. Yes, you lose 10% recruitable pop, but you get not only army organization, but also walking infantry, special forces, and motorized units organization. Here you get again army breakthrough 7% and again walking infantry, breakthrough, special forces, motorized units. Canal formations, not only infantry width is lowered, so we can get more infantry into one battle. Also again walking infantry bonuses and some division attrition for all, and creature units don't care. Cult of personality, not only defense max speed, but special forces, you can get more of those. Again army breakthrough max speed, and again not only army but also infantry, so this doctrine is just great for infantry. Military engineering, soft attack, and also some entrenchment. And the legion or close when moving minus 30% is great. Experience soldier losses minus 30% is just bonkers. This is just fucking OP as fuck. I don't know how to say it more, how OP it is. HP 300 for all units in the army, and again special forces get stronger, but you know, just beautiful asymmetric warfare and doctrines. Yeah, they are great, so we'll go for this, and we have experience, we can speed this up. Yeah, and I forgot to show you, but I did Vadena of or War, and they gave me Vadena for me, so another territory for us. And now I'm training 6 men-at-arms divisions just to get a full army, and from now on I will just try to do the focuses to get stronger for the war with coalition. Yeah, and I forgot, we can get complete prohibition. Maybe we'll lose some manpower, but we will get more political power, which we also need. Yeah, and go for recruit all mutants for to get some manpower. And same here we go, but just hub here, here, and here. So this will not be 400, but 100, 200, 300. So never go from the first law to the maximum law. Just jump one by one. At first 150 caps, basically Canadian dollar here. And we will go for military signing bonuses for weekly manpower, and we strongly need that. And now for men at arms, just replace camps with mobile camps. So more trickleback is the most useful thing about mobile camps, even if for now this gives no armor. And now after those focuses are done, just focus more on construction and civilian and all those workshops which are needed for the coming war. And now we want to make our special forces as strong as possible, so recon and dogs can be here for now, but replace anti-tank with demolition. And with that $150 you can go for another operative slot. And with the rogue trader, which is here, we'll have 4 operatives, so 3 will be working on spying and 1 will be working on rooting out resistance whenever there is a great resistance, so also I upgraded that. And this will be also very important later. And leave that spot because those are not so great for postmaster, so production efficiency cap and growth. And for now go for APC manufacturer, and I will show you why later. After decrypting Iron Confederacy, just to prepare for the Great War, go for Republic of Three Rivers. And because we have less Mounties divisions, we can give them fire teams just to get them another oomph with soft attack. And whenever you can, upgrade Brandon economic node, because now money is actually good and useful for us. And Cass manufacturer. Yeah, and when I played Twin Mothers, which is on my playlist of Old World Blues, as you can see, if I didn't defend from Linus from Twin Mothers. He is pretty strong. He already have defeated Hangdogs, so basically he done his mission. Yeah, and perfect. So Iron Confederacy through the focus declared war on the Damned, so they have another front. They took out those units from defending, especially power armor, so my special forces will go here, kill all of them. So actually those power armor guys are strong, but just with numbers and maneuver warfare will just destroy them, especially now that they are fighting the Damned. But the Damned need to survive for at least 60 days. And 100 command power, use it for some training to get army XP. Chief of the Air Force Flyboy. Now we have our war goal against Iron Confederacy. Let's check. They are now in the coalition, so they are fighting the Damned. Just declare war now. And swiftly just, you know, surround them and destroy them whenever we can. And in motorization research, just go for those two because they give you armor, and that's why we took Angry armor just to get even more. So here and here are good stats. And they got through with one unit, but this is actually good for us because now this unit is not fighting, and after we surround this and destroy this, we'll destroy that one unit and have another front. Yeah, so basically I destroyed the Iron Confederacy, but they had enough time to end the focus and, you know, get the coalition to the war. So I am not calling the Duchy of Langenburg, so this is nice buffer zone. And I lost my capital, but I will quickly just tag this and prepare this for counter push, so this should be good. That was a mistake, and a big one actually, because we are already half towards capitulation, but it should be good enough. And for 50 experience, go for crush their defenses, which is just one of the best Spirit of Division command. And now we'll do the same, so maneuver warfare, retake our course, and then just one by one destroy their units. And now to remove this piece of shit debuff, just go for this route. And now we have nice breakthrough to get rid of those divisions, just we can capitulate the old believers. Yeah, as you can see, we like the chaos, so one encirclement, second one, so just, you know, maneuver warfare is great. Don't call Duchy of Langenburg to the war. As you can see, many units are defending this empty front. Yep, first country surrenders. And this is a minor problem. Actually, it's great to distract many of their forces. Yeah, so we can take those three and get them here too. And those are Duchy of Langenburg forces. And now just go for full-on offensive. They took too many troops here, and as you can see, even AI just encircled them and outmaneuvered them because they don't have enough, and here the front is really thin, so just use the infantry. You know, 0 manpower will get that sorted. Yep, Republic of Three Rivers surrendered, so now we just go for full-on Metis Congress to destroy them. And as we need manpower, here is 750. A little update, we lost more than 1k troops, they lost more than 8k. So I can say we are pretty clearly winning. And now, because we are lacking already 2.5k manpower for garrisoning, so because there is a lot of resistance, just use everyone to cover as much spots as you can, just to lower that resistance. And for now, change the law to caravan guards. when the followers of Apocalypse come to you, you could, you know, take advantage of those bonuses, but actually they take out 5% political power, and we fucking don't want that. So we just need to keep them out and do those 1 to 3 decisions just to destroy them. And it is very important. And don't use spare manpower to get stability, spare political power to get stability or something like that. We will need that for coring. And as we now get a lot of dollars because we have a lot of trade nodes, use those for new citizens care package just to get more compliance and resistance decay speed. Yep, that's the end of the war. As you can see, if I should attack Iron Confederacy about 1 month earlier, so I would be much more prepared, but nonetheless we have won. So you saw this as an easy war. It is actually not. I just, you know, almost perfected it, so that's the reason why I did it so, you could say, smoothly, but it's actually not that easy. So always prepare, and you can think that this is it, that the war is done, the Great War, you have no other enemies. You have Strath Commune, which is powerful too, Standing Rock, which can be also strong, and Montana chapter can be strong, but in this timeline MacArthur's is actually on par with Montana chapter. But I will show you why this nation is great, and it can be a great empire, but for now we will soon have another problem. For now we still lack manpower even for garrison. And you can disband those units from Duchy of Langenburg. And now we can bypass one of these decisions, so War of the Second Coalition. Bypass that and get the greatest day of the kingdom. And now we have done it for Manitoba, for King Gun. And we have 2 choices, but I will show you later when we can get those. We need as fast as we can remove that defeat at Stonewall, because this is 20% recruitable pop factor. So get it as fast as we can now. Now we have the event, the Shadowed Victory. So we can stay with King Gun, of course we will. He was the king, he won us the Civil War and the Second Great Coalition War. So yeah, king stays in power, but now he's a decaying one, and we need to wait for chain of events to heal him up. And for now disband those 2 from focus. We will later recruit more Mounties, so disband those for some manpower to garrison. And after we, you know, research decimeter radar, always try to focus on more political power gain, so state-funded radio programming. And for perks we go for New Crossroads to get more experience and treading lightly, because most of the places we are almost all wasteland, so plains and desert bonus are great, and the same will go for special forces, but always have some experience for speeding up doctrines. And now, after removing the defeat at Stonewall, focus on getting more compliance and other bonuses. Not this, because this is political power gain, so don't use it, but those factories are great, so get more compliance and resistant targets in those 2 places. Yeah, and as you get more manpower, because not only because we don't have defeat at Stonewall, but also of the compliance we are gaining, so less manpower for garrison, just go for occupied territories and up this as long as you have manpower left. So for now I will not have it, but yeah, let's see if I can sustain that. Yeah, and finally here we have it. So at death's door, our king, after the win, I don't know, from stress or other some ghoul shenanigans, he is sick. So we need to not only administer him some medicaments so he will not get worse and worse, and also we need to find for him a cure, so there will be another chain of events which will lead us to that. So for now I use mostly political power, this one, so offload medical camps and purchase medical devices, and this is also not so bad, 15% consumer goods, but still we don't need more factories for war for now, and we are making much more. Yeah, and here it is. We need to excavate Manifest North, so come on, where this is. Maybe we need to wait for a day. Come on, motherfucker. Yeah, there it is. So open the gate, and we need to do all those decisions, and also we need to have some divisions in Manifest North province. And we just got war goal on the damned from the focus, which was this one, and also we are going for this and those because we can get not only state population but also some cores, so less manpower to garrison, and we'll destroy it and call our vassal so he can almost handle it. Will just be the pushing force. Yep, quick easy war take all. Yeah, and for now we just focus as much as possible to get this done whenever we can, and of course we don't want to our king to worsen his condition, so we need to just keep him safe as much as we can. Yep, and we'll just make a quick detour to defeat the Legend of Roach King. Now the king walks into the research center of Manifest North. Yeah, I am Destiny, and this is Manifest finest research facilities. So basically the faction we fought with is just a computer, so basically maybe she can heal us, so we have an accord. And was there any decision? Come on. What the fuck? Where is the event? So as the king steps into the room, which he can be maybe perhaps killed or healed. Now, some of his guard asks him, "My king, is this wise? I do not trust this machine." I don't either, but this is the only way, so yeah, let's try, because to be real, if his mind is decaying, at least he can try, you know, repair it. Otherwise he, I don't know, becomes feral. So feral king, lore-wise, that could be a nice idea. So, you know, he created great empire, he have won, now he becomes feral, but at least he can try to heal himself. And yes, basically this machine healed him, and this is a new dawn for Manitoba. Long live the Kingdom of Manitoba. Gun is healed, he loses his bad trait, and why he's, I guess, the perfect, as twin mothers were the perfect hope for Wasteland, for terraforming it, you know, getting back the nature and all that stuff. I guess he's the best to manage people and lord over them. Not only he's intelligent, he's now, you know, healed, but also he can govern pretty well. So every time he conquers, he get great boost to resistance target and damage to garrison. And again, here people need to take loyalty oath, so again, compliance growth speed. And just he can be an Imperial Majesty eternal one, so he can be like an eternal empire, so eternal Canadian empire, which can, you know, conquer all of the USA and maybe all of Americas. And why I didn't spend any political power to core, that's exactly it, because as you can see I can core a lot, but for now this costs, I don't know, 40 political power by Manifest North. Also I can decrease it here by 10%, but I will not take it until I have 2000 political power, just because this gives you core creation minus 10%, but more garrison requirement and resistance target. So for now I will not take it, and now I will be line forward the Gun the second eternal one, and he have minus 25% core creation cost and even more political power gain. So he's another great empire builder here, so he can basically have a big functioning empire, not some raiding, you know, country, state, anarchy, all that stuff. He can really make civilization come back. And for now he is pretty good also at administration, so winning with this coalition and after civil war, this is just, you know, show off his skills. So that's why he is, I think, the best hope in terms of civilization and state building in the wasteland. And I will show you next the Great War with Canadians People's Front, so with the commies. We hate communists, we just hate them. And the same will just destroy those two nations, and after that we'll have so much corpsman power and all that stuff that even Kaiser's Legion or NCR will not be a problem, or some Mexico guys or Texas, not a problem. And you will see why. So our subject Duchy of Langenburg did most of those civilian workshops and other industry focuses. So only she didn't end up taking royal breweries. So basically we can now annex her and get even more manpower from her lands, and also taking all her units will give us a lot of manpower. Yep, just from her we get 5k manpower if we disband these units, and also a lot of equipment, but you can wait for more. But basically we want to get our focuses done, so we just annexed her and we have almost 200,000 people and a lot of manpower in reserve on, of course, wasteland pacification law. And we took out the Roach King, so now we can prepare to get to war to Great Stampede. So yeah, I wanted to just get a quick detour to destroy Rat Hazard, but as I just saw, Canadians People's Front, so the communists, just destroyed the... I forgot the fucking nation, but they destroyed a nation which was here. The Great Stampede, yes. And basically, as I know them, the fucking communists, they will attack, so I will just prepare and show you how I destroy them. Get this focus done, so the eternal one, and you will see why this factionist nation is so great. And of course, for example, another example why this nation is great, again, trickle back 1%, but this add up, so a lot of manpower goes back to us, and again required garrison minus 10%, so just ultra powerful. Again, non-manpower, like a lot of bonuses. I don't even give shit about research speed. but a lot of good nation building stuff here in this focus tree. So I will destroy the communists and show you how much I can core with what political power I will have. So yeah, as expected, communists attack us, so this will be the last war, and after that I will show you the power of the state of Kingdom of Manitoba. And as we go, we need much more garrison, so we'll just go down with occupied territories law. Yeah, basically a slaughter, so we just don't even need to micromanage, we just destroy them. And of course, because all of that bonuses to medics, look, the statistics, yeah, they are fucked. Yeah, and rat hazards just wanted some territory, they declared war, so after we smash the commies, we are almost there, we will just destroy those ghouls. And again, another great thing, land reform, we just destroy them, and actually no country is strong as we are. Maybe Kaiser's Legion or NCR, but before we even get there, we'll be much more powerful. And almost we are at our end of the campaign. Now we are almost there. So, for example, Porto Prairie, fuck this name, Narrow Hills, 102 political power, and look now, Imperial Majesty, and we will find happiness. And now Narrow Hills went down to 77, but before that we don't actually want to just core, go for this 10%, it will pay for itself. And now we can core as much as we can, don't really matter if this is good land or bad, just will get manpower nonetheless. And this is why you need to stack political power. As you can see, I used all of it and still I can core a lot, but now we will get more manpower, so we can occupy even more better. And not only that, but he gives us even more political power gain, division, attack, defense, and still we have some bonuses which we can take. Still we can get coring cost reduction. Here again another buff, again here are buffs, again here buffs. So basically this is like one of the best nations to make a powerful state, civilized one. Save here Air Force, not only as Air Force but land and sea, so more special forces cap, tanks, and I didn't even touch this, so special forces capacity plus 60, some factories, again soft attack and defense for rangers, better intelligence agency, and even better again special forces. Yeah, and still I didn't do all of those, so yeah, this nation is beautiful. As you can see, we have almost 400 factories. We'll get much more manpower. This is still on the first law of recruitment, so 3.5%, and here we can get 20%, which is like fucking a lot. So yeah, can someone defeat us? Maybe if I took Kaiser's Legion or NCR and played them and then had those nations to fight my Kingdom of Manitoba, maybe. But right now this nation is just great, especially with Gan II, the Eternal One. And there is also a second part where you can just kill king gun and go for people's rule, but it's not so powerful and great for making a great nation like this. So yeah, that should be it. You can train much more divisions, you can change the law, you can of course just don't do any focuses, get more political power, and you will get some things to core. If I cored those states better, I would get much more manpower because I would focus on, you know, big cities like this. But I didn't give a fuck. Still, we are powerful, almost 500,000 men. Compliance is growing steadily and fast. Resistance is going down and quickly so. Yeah. So I highly recommend Kingdom of Manitoba. Great nation, great flavor, some challenges, but a great potential. Welcome back, SilverStrat here, and this was the story of Kingdom of Manitoba.